fall asleep to hilarious history. 1969, Celestial Folly and Earthly Absurdity by Mark Twain. Chapter 1. The Giant Leap into a Dusty Sandbox. Man has always had a peculiar, unrequited love affair with the moon. For the better part of several thousand years, we were content to sit on our porches, sipping something fermented and composing bad poetry to that silvery orb. We blamed it for our fits of madness, we used it to schedule our harvests, and we allowed it to guide our ships, provided the clouds didn't have other plans. It was a distant, respectable deity, an untouchable lantern hanging in the cosmic hallway. But by the year of our Lord 1969, humanity had grown restless. We had conquered the oceans, mapped the jungles, and invented the sliced bread loaf. Naturally, the next logical step was to build a giant exploding metal pencil and fire ourselves at the sky to see if the moon was actually made of green cheese or merely of very high-quality granite. Now you must understand the sheer, unadulterated audacity of the enterprise. To the casual observer, sending 3 men into a vacuum in a tin can seems less like progress and more like a very expensive form of assisted suicide. But we are a species driven by a singular, divine spark of idiocy. We simply cannot see a high fence without wondering what is on the other side, even if the other side is a lifeless, airless, God-forsaken desert where your blood would boil in your veins faster than a politician changes his mind after an election. The whole business was spurred on by a space race, which is a polite way of saying that the Americans and the Russians were engaged in a multi-billion-dollar game of my firework is bigger than yours. The Russians had already sent a dog into orbit, a charming fellow named Laika, who I suspect would have much preferred a bone and a fire hydrant in Moscow to the cold embrace of the cosmos. Having been beaten to the punch by a canine, the American government decided that the only way to regain their dignity was to put a human foot on the lunar surface and, more importantly, to do it before the other fellows could find a way